Good morning. Today we are going to discuss defamation as a tort. Defamation is a crime also and defamation is a tort also. When we are going to discuss BNS, we will discuss defamation, how it is dealt in crime, and today we are going to discuss how it is dealt in law of tort. A person who is famous, he can be injured. His reputation can be injured. That is called as a defamation. Simple definition of defamation is injury to man's reputation. It is a wrong of defamation which consists in publication of a false statement. Because of that false statement, people in the society who can be called as a right thinking members in the society, they are going to shun him or avoid him. Now these people are going to shun him and avoid, because of which he is going to get annoyed, and when he comes to know that his reputation is affected, he will be injured, isn't it? Therefore he is having full legal right to file a case for getting compensation in tort and for getting punishment to the criminal, to the offender in crime. Simple definition of defamation is an injury to reputation. Now if we consider the definition of Winfield, it is like defamation is a publication. From the definition itself we can draw what are the essentials of that tort. Defamation is a publication of a statement which tends to lower down a person in the estimation of the right thinking members of the society, which will make him shun and avoid. Means people in the society are going to shun him, are going to avoid him. 4 essentials are being told by Winfield. Defamation is a publication of a statement which tends to lower his status, means which tends to lower a person in the estimation of right thinking people in the society, and which tends to make them shun and avoid. People will come to know that false thing and they are going to avoid him, they are going to shun him. That is Winfield's definition of defamation. Okay, from this itself, this definition itself, we can bring certain essentials. The first important essential is the statement must be of a defamatory character. The statement which the tortfeasor is publishing, that must be of a defamatory character, which is going to avoid that person. Means that imagine a person is he is famous, he is having a status in our mind, we respect him, we know him as a very good person, and some person comes and tells us many things, bad things about him, and what we feel that this person, the tortfeasor, is telling right, and therefore we rely upon him and we try to avoid that good person. Okay, this is called as a defamation. Therefore we are the status in our mind which we had towards him is being lowered down. So defamatory nature of statement means a statement lowering the estimation of reasonable person, that is the status in our mind towards him is lowered down. The second is we are going to try to avoid him or shun him. Got it? Means defamatory character of a statement means the status is lowered down. The second is the people, the right thinking people in the society are going to avoid him or shun him. The third concept in a defamatory statement is that it should be more than insult. It should be more than an abuse. More than an abuse, more than an insult. See what happens when we are in a heat of a moment. We are talking with our friends and one of our friend is using some bad words towards us. He is insulting us. So what we do? We also do the same thing. We also insult him. We also use abusive language. The abusive language which is being exchanged by both of us, myself and my friend, those are just abusive statements, those are not defamation. For defamation, the statement must be more than an insult, more than an abusive. Because abuse can take place, which takes place, you can say, towards self-respect. It is a wrong against dignity. It is a wrong against self-respect. And the damage is caused in abuse without publication. So insult has been done, like when we both are in front talking with and we abuse somebody, we insult somebody. Therefore, publication is not there in an insult and abuse, but publication is there in defamation. Okay, this is the third concept in defamatory character. This statement is to be first proved that it is of a defamatory character. The fourth thing is innuendo. What is innuendo? Innuendo means like a statement may be simple. It may not be of a defamatory character for a common man, but in my case, it can be defamatory. A statement may be simple for general people, but in my case, it is defamatory. So in the court, I have to prove that how that statement is defamatory in my case. That is called as innuendo. We'll take an example. A news has been published that a general manager is blessed with a son or a daughter. He is blessed with a child. Okay, good news it is, isn't it? He is blessed with a child. But he has married just 1 month before or 2 months before. So it will create a thing in the people's mind. People will start thinking, "Arey, it means they were having illegit relationship with each other. This is an illegitimate child. Before marriage, the child has been conceived." People will start talking unnecessarily. So if this person files a case against a newspaper and all, then he will tell, okay, good news it is, but he has to tell, this good news is for you. For me, it is not a good news, because people are starting discussing that the child is illegitimate. That is called as innuendo. This is the first important essential in defamation, that the statement must be of a defamatory character. Defamatory character means it is going to lower down the status of the person. It should be more than abuse. It should be more than insult. People are going to avoid him. People are going to shun him. And the fourth is, if it is a general statement, if it is a simple statement, then the person has to give certain proofs that how that statement is defamatory in my case. This is the first essential, that which we have to write deeply and understand deeply also. The other three essentials are very simple. The second is, the statement must be false. If a thief is called as a thief, then it is not defamation. I told you, a person who is famous, he only can be defamed. A thief is, a wrongdoer is called as a wrongdoer. So it is not a defamation. Truth is a very good defense in tort of defamation. So the statement which has been published, that must be false. Then only it is a defamation. The first essential is defamatory character of a statement. The second is, the statement must be false. The third is, the statement must be published. The statement must be published. It means it must be made known to the people. If it is made known to the people, then only it is a defamation. See, if I write something in my diary and I keep it in my drawer, it is not published. So it is not a defamation. But if my diary tomorrow is been published as a book, then it is a publication. I say publish as a book. So it is a publication. Therefore, it will amount to defamation. The fourth and the last statement, or the last essential of defamation, is the statement must refer to plaintiff. Whatever the tortfeasor is telling, that refers to me, that refers to the plaintiff, that the plaintiff has to prove. If it is a general statement, then that will not amount to defamation. So the statement must be referring to plaintiff. For this, we will see one case. That case is Hutton and Company versus Jones. See, in the facts of the case are like one Artemus Jones is there, who is a barrister. Okay, he is a journalist also. He goes to city, maybe for his own work. This is a truth. This is a fact. This is a reality. One barrister is there whose name is Artemus Jones. Now what happens? Hutton and Company, they publish in a newspaper an article which they are telling it is fictitious, but they have taken a story of one Artemus Jones who is a church warden, and that church warden goes to the city and he is having relationship with a mistress. Like that story has been published. But what has happened? The name is Artemus Jones. Moreover, the description which they have given up of Artemus Jones, like his height, his looks and all, they resemble to our barrister Artemus Jones. So when people read it, they are just discussing, "Arey, this is a story of barrister Artemus Jones," and he comes to know about that. He files a case against the company, the editor and all. So here they are telling it is fictitious, but at that time they have not mentioned a disclaimer. Moreover, here people have started they have decided itself that this is a story of Artemus Jones, the barrister. So he has been shunned, he has been avoided, his reputation has been affected. Therefore, our barrister Artemus Jones got compensation because that statement was referring to him. These are the 4 essentials of defamation. We'll just revise. Just 4 essentials are there. The first is defamatory character of that statement. The second is it must be false. The third is it must be published. And the fourth is it must refer to the plaintiff. The plaintiff has to prove these 4 things. If he proves it and the defendant is not able to take any kind of defense, which we are going to see in the next video, then the plaintiff will get compensation. Got it? Okay. Bye bye. See you in the next video.